Welcome back to Families in Action, brought to you on our hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. So we're getting a little low on time. Before we go any further, I want to bring it back to Kyle.
Yeah.
Last time we heard from Kyle when he was checking in, he just got busted with the weed, right? Mom's sitting there. Must be a heck of a moment for you and Mom, you know. She's disappointed, you're scared. What's going to happen now? What happened after that? And very quickly get you into how you doing today, right?
Yeah. So after that happened, she just got rid of all my stuff and she told me if I messed up again, that I would go to rehab. And she just said she was gonna start randomly drug testing me. She drug tested me and it came up negative. So after that, it was about 3 months and I thought she was gonna drug test me and she hadn't done it yet. And so now it was a new semester, and she always said to me, all people who smoke always lose motivation, so they have bad grades. So I decided I'm going to keep my grades up, and I did. And then I started smoking because I figured, if I have good grades, how could she think I'm smoking?
And she backed off testing, which happens with every parent.
Yeah.
So then when that happened, my grades kind of went down a little bit to like B's and C's.
There they go. They're dropping.
Watch out.
I went to B and C's. And then I got smoking for about 3 weeks, and on the day we had gotten caught, there was this wall, and they were smoking on one side, and the teacher was walking on the other side, and they were so stoned that I was like, guys, they're coming. They're like, what? And then their delayed reaction was so slow that the kid is blowing all the smoke out right into the teacher's face. So he took up 3 kids, and I was just there. I had 2 baggies of weed, and I think I had a pipe too. And my other friend had a couple lighters and a pipe. So then we went to BE. 2 of my other friends got picked up, and then I was the last one. I was sitting in class waiting to get picked up, and I finally got picked up by a camp supervisor. Went in there, sat there for about 5 hours, searched through all my stuff, went through my locker, and they talked to my mom the assistant principal talked to her and told her everything that happened. So then I went to Tide. I got suspended, and by this time I already had all Fs. I had 1 B.
There go the grades.
Yep.
And we talked about earlier, and it stores in your fatty cells, and lose your
right
motivation.
there, just dropped.
Bang, 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 every time.
So you went to Tide after that.
Yeah.
Which is our 3-day alternative to suspension program.
Yep. So then I went there, and I went back to school, and I had no motivation. I didn't want to do any schoolwork. So I just let them sit at Fs, and I only had a B in PE. And then I came here, and I got most of my grades up, and I'm doing better, a lot better now.
How much time sober do you got?
I have 4 months and 5 days.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, do you hear the clapping?
Yeah. Woo! Hear the clapping. That's right.
How's it feel?
Shout it.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah.
I know I see your mother at group every Tuesday, and boy, is she proud of you.
That's right.
She glows. It's an interesting spot for me because I go to group, and if I sit in the room and there's 50 parents, and that's about what's right there.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot.
Yeah, I look around and I can look in everyone's face and see what's going on.
See who the proud ones are, the ones that are doing good, right?
And your mom, she glows now. She wasn't glowing at first.
Yeah, she was really disappointed. Really, it sucked a lot.
Yeah,
Yep.
but you know what? I know one thing. She's real proud of you, and I am too. We all are. So keep up the good work, dude.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. And you said your grades were doing good, and I know you wanted to give a little shout out to Don Marziani over there, who's the teacher at the Action Academy, for helping you get those grades up, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Give
Thanks a lot,
give
Don.
whatever shout outs you want to do now.
I'd like to say thank you to my mom for actually really sticking through it and always staying by my side. And she doesn't make fun of me for it, but I like how she approaches it, and I don't know, I'm just pretty happy that she's my mom.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Hey, Sabino.
What's up?
Guess what?
Welcome to the show, right? Your story is slightly different than other people's, but I think it's important that you tell, what got you to the Action Academy?
Well, it all started when school began. These couple of weeks, it was just fine and stuff. And the math, 2 or 3 months passed. And I started getting bullied at school.
Started getting bullied at school, yeah.
By the way, pay attention, families, because this happens every day.
More, yeah, it does.
More than we want to believe.
So
Go ahead.
I started getting bullied, and every time I got my food, people would come up and like just slam it on the ground. Like I had nothing to eat. I got pushed in the locker rooms, got hit up, and like people hitting me and stuff. I don't like this kid tried to choke me like in class where nobody was actually looking.
Yeah.
Like he was choking me. I couldn't like actually breathe for a while.
Let me ask you a question. When all this was going on, what was keeping you from talking to your parents or the school about it? I think that's really important for people to hear. Why did you not talk to your parents or your school about it?
Because I was scared. Because like if I told the principal or the teachers, the kids would be like, "Oh, don't like hang out with him or talk to him, be mean to him and stuff like that."
So you thought it might get worse if you told the school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus a little embarrassing, probably.
Yeah, that was like that.
A lot of feelings, huh? So how did it come to a head? What happened?
Well,
In fact, why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break, and when we come back, I want to hear it in full.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Families in Action, brought to you on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Welcome back to Families in Action, brought to you on our hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Before we took a break, Sabino was bravely sharing his story with us.
He was.
So just to catch up, so you're being bullied at school and you're not telling anybody about it, and it's getting worse and worse. What happened? How did you meet us at the Action Academy?
Well, when that happened, like I didn't tell nobody, not even my family. So one day I decided to run away. So I went to Canyon Country to see my girlfriend over there. We hanged out for a little, and then she had to go back home. So I went under a bridge, and my friends came, and they brought other people I didn't know that actually I had drugs and stuff. So I didn't know. So one of them gave me a cookie that had marijuana in it. So I ate the whole thing, and 30 or 20 minutes later, I felt weird and stuff. Like I didn't even know what I was doing. So one of my friends was recording, and showed me, and I was really confused and stuff, because I actually cut my hand, it was kind of bleeding and stuff.
Yeah. Let me stop you for a second, Sabino, because I think it's real important for the listeners to let that sink in. Is that Sabino's not a guy who was out there doing drugs. He was being bullied at school, and he felt like he had no other alternative but to run away. And he ended up with his friends, who some of them used drugs, and they gave him a cookie and let him eat that cookie with marijuana in it, and didn't even tell him that there was marijuana in it. And 20 minutes later, he's out of it.
Yeah.
And not only that, but they're recording it as well, right? And, I think it's important for us to pay attention to that is even if your kids aren't doing drugs, if they're hanging out with kids who are doing drugs, anything could happen.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. So what happened after that? Your parents found you, the police picked you up, you got back home, right?
Somebody saw me that, they knew my parents, so they saw me because I was walking. So they called and they say, "Hey, what you doing here?" I'm "We're just walking to my friend's house." "No, you're not. Here are your parents." My parents come, they park the car, and they take me inside the car. So we got home. It was 12 o'clock at night. So the next morning, in the night I took a shower and stuff, and I went to bed. In the morning, I went to the school to talk, and it's "Why did you run away?" and stuff. I was "Cause I didn't want to say anything."
Yeah. I'm going to speed, just in the interest of time, I'm going to speed you up a little bit. We got a couple of minutes here, right? I just want to state to something, because I think the school did an awesome thing over there. You were going to Arroyo Seco, is that correct?
Yeah.
And so we went and talked to the counselors and the principal over there, and they did the right thing. They called and asked for some other help. They got him drug tested. The marijuana came up on the test. But one of the cool things is they said you might want to go talk to those people over at the Action Academy. And Sabino showed up over there, and Sammy and him just connected. Sammy's one of our certified counselors over there.
I could tell you anyone's going to connect with Sabino. He is a great guy.
Yeah.
Seriously, you're a good dude.
And the cool thing is that Sabina felt safe enough to tell Sammy what was really going on about the bullying and everything. And what a relief that was, because now it's like now Sabina's talking about it openly, you know, and it's like it was a big deal. It sucks that it was happening, but you're holding it all inside, and now you are able to just talk about it, you know, out in the open, and that's really awesome. Yeah. So.
And your story can help save lots of other people's too.
Yeah.
You know, not only are you taking care of business, but you're helping other people, and it's okay to speak.
Yeah.
And talk about that kind of thing. You're awesome, dude.
Yeah, isn't he cool? He's one of my just so
they
brave.
all are
and
awesome.
So brave.
All these guys. I'm not sure about Kyle. No, I'm just kidding.
So real
Thanks.
quick, we got about a minute left. Sabino, you got about 10 seconds to say anything to anybody who's listening. You want to say something to your parents or anybody else? Go ahead.
Whatever you want.
Well, nothing.
How about thanks? How about I love you?
To who my parents don't listen to, like the radio and stuff.
Well, maybe they will. Let's say they are. Let's say they're listening.
Well, I just want to say I love them with all my heart, and they're like always there for me. And I just think that they're not that mad at me that much anymore.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, good. They've been supportive of you.
You know, Bob, people ask me all the time, how do you do this for 30 years? Here it is.
Yeah, right.
This is how I do it for 30 years. Let me ask you a question. How do you not do this?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what, the stories are sad. The successes are great.
Yep.
And you leave here feeling kind of warm, huh?
Yeah.
And cool. Isn't that cool? So,
Yeah, they should turn on the air. It's pretty hot.
Listen to him.
we're talking about that,
Listen
but
to
you're
him.
right.
That's right.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what it's all about to see. How old are you, Kyle?
I'm 15.
Sabino?
14.
And you?
Abby?
16.
There you go.
I mean, 14, 15, and 16-year-old kids, they kind of got a little bit lost, and they're finding their way.
Yeah.
So that's what makes my life pretty complete.
Yeah, and you guys are examples to those following behind you, you know. You're getting your stuff together at such a young age, and you are real examples, and we just are really, really proud of you. And, we want to thank you for coming on the air with us today.
And families, I want you to listen. I mean, go back and listen to this again, please.
Yeah.
Download it on hometownstation.com, because I want you to hear the hurt and stuff that these guys have been through and how they got through it and to the other side. And understand, a lot of times our kids don't tell us what's going on. Like Sabino, we hold it in.
Right.
So these are kind of things why we have to pay attention and stay connected with our children.
Yeah.
It's that important, especially in today's world.
Hey, Cary, thanks for a great show.
Oh, yeah, man.
All right, we'll be back next week, everybody. Thanks for listening. This is Families in Action, brought to you on our hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.